Hello everybody and welcome to Purple Table Tarot. My name is Robin and I will be reading for Sagittarius today. So Sagittarius, we're going to be looking at the Strength card for Leo season, and we have a spread based on that card here. Looking at your higher consciousness, your current situation, what energies are you bringing in from the bottom, from the id? What energies are you receiving from your higher self, and how you are integrating those two energies together? And also looking at the heart of the matter, the heart of the lion, and the 4 feet of the lion. What is your stability? What is supporting you? And how can these energies help you move forward? Okay? So I'll begin by calling in spirit and respectfully requesting a message for Sagittarius and their greatest and highest good at this time. This, please and thank you, Spirit, and this is for Sagittarius. And keep in mind that not all parts, or whole or in part, the reading may resonate, may not, whatever. Okay, these are general readings. So take what resonates, leave what does not. And if you're looking for more information, more of a message, check your other zodiacal placements as well. Please leave comments and a like and a share and a subscribe to help this channel grow. I greatly appreciate that. Okay, so this is for Sagittarius. Excuse me. And bottom of the deck energy, we have the Hanged Man. So you could really be finding yourself surrendering to a present situation, perhaps trying to find a new perspective around it. Okay, this would suggest also not so much action right now, but more just being with what is. Okay, and being open and allowing for, any kind of cosmic downloads about the current situation to come to you. Okay, that's one of those energies where we really don't have any other choice in the matter than to just be with what is. Okay, and it also is a card for Pisces, so something could have been, this could be connected to something that had started in Pisces season. Pisces could be important to you as well. Okay, so your higher consciousness is the 8 of Wands, and so that's communication, messages, could even be traveling, but this is communication, okay? And pretty straightforward. And that's your higher consciousness. So your higher consciousness is saying, okay, maybe you need to talk about this. You need to address this issue, whatever it is. Okay. And your current situation is the Queen of Swords. So, perhaps you have some air in your chart, but essentially what this is saying is that you're looking at things through a very clear lens right now. You're trying to be very logical about the situation at hand. I like how the 8 of Wands is like crowning the Queen of Swords, because those two energies work very well together. The Queen of Swords can absolutely communicate very clearly. Her message and just being very matter of fact, You know, some folks refer to her as the Ice Queen. I don't necessarily see her in that way. I see her as just being clear. She's the Queen of Swords, and she doesn't suffer fools, right? But she's also not going to undercut herself by showing up in a way that undermines her own integrity as a person. So just because she says it like it is, she doesn't wrap it in some sort of hurtful delivery. You know, it can be clear, but it can also be respectful. She's not just shooting her mouth off to say something mean to get her point across, okay? She's the queen, all right? You might see that energy from like a Knight of Swords, but not the queen. Okay. What are you receiving from the id here? What kind of energies are coming up from your base desires? And this is a 7 of Swords. So there's a part of you that, despite your higher knowing and your ability to communicate the situation and to face it head on, kind of down here you're like, ooh, like instinctually you're like, I don't want to deal with that. I don't want to even deal with that, you know? So you could be sidestepping the situation, or, you know, trying to avoid dealing with it, maybe even denying it. But your higher self knows that, yes, whatever this is, it needs to be addressed. And, you know, given that you're the Queen of Swords here, or you could be dealing with the Queen of Swords, perhaps the Queen of Swords is kind of like directing all of this communication at you. That could be it. But the communication is your higher consciousness. So I'm inclined to put the Queen of Swords in your lap for this reading here, Sagittarius. But what we do know is that, yeah, you know, you have to address this issue, whatever it is. You have to have this conversation. But you don't want to. You don't want to. You'd rather not. But you know that you got to. So in a way because the higher consciousness, the energy that you're getting from that is, this would be fair for the situation. And it would bring a sense of justice, a sense of balance, truth, communication, like full on. Like all of these energies so far work so well together. They really are in alignment with each other, all of these energies. Your higher self is telling you that you need to have communication because that's going to be the fairest thing to do. Okay? And with the Queen of Swords there, in the current situation, that's the energy that you were embodying. Okay? And those energies really they feel to me as a reader right now in looking at this, that it completely overrides this. This is here. These feelings are here, coming up from the bottom. Fair enough, right? Fair enough. We can like really not want to address whatever kind of thing it is. But you're like, okay, well, I'm not just going to let that, you know, dictate how I roll here. I'm going to be of integrity and go ahead and make this happen. Okay. How are the 7 of Swords and the Justice playing in together? How are these energies from below and above metabolizing right now? Holding things close to the vest. So I feel like you know what needs to be discussed. You know the issues at hand. You're very clear on all the things. And you know you have a sense of fairness. There could even be part of you that would think that it be fair. You could be going back and forth with yourself right now, right? You could be thinking, well, yeah, it might be fair to discuss this, but you know what? Why? Why should I be the one to take the high road all the time? You know, why can't I just bail on this and not talk about it? So I feel like with these energies, kind of you're reflecting on those two things, and what's happening is that there's the 4 of Pentacles is happening. You know, you're holding it close to the vest. You could even be thinking about what the repercussions are of addressing this issue and feeling as though, well, once I address this issue, I'm going to lose something. I stand to lose something that's very important to me here. So, the longer I deny having this conversation, the longer I get to hang on to this. Even though I know that's not the fairest thing to do, it's like ultimately this is the part this plays into big time about not wanting to address it. There is something at stake here, and something that you have felt very, very connected to on such a deep level that at one point or another, and could even be now, it feels as though that's all that you have. Like you really got to hang on to it. You're very protective of this, whatever it is. Okay? Whatever it is. And I think I might end up pulling some clarifiers on it. Because, I mean, and with these kinds of energies, they can apply to you whether you're dealing with a partnership, a love relationship, or a business partnership, or an idea that you share with another person that could be your idea, whatever the case may be. These energies are as they are. So, whatever your situation is, you can insert that here because these energies absolutely apply for whatever the content is. Okay, this is a process. This is a process right here. Okay, so what is at the heart of the matter? Death, irrevocable change. And when you see this as being the heart of the matter, of course you're going to feel like this. And of course you're going to feel like this. Right? But your higher knowing is like, but this, gotta talk about it, even though, right? So that's what's up. There's a lot at stake here with this conversation, whatever it is. And you know what it is. Okay? There's a lot at stake here. But with the justice energy, Libra energy, there is room to figure out how this can be communicated. What can we keep? How can we come to, yes, hi. That's my cat, Gail. How can we come to a final decision that is going to be balanced, fair and balanced for everybody, right? Okay. Because something is transforming, something is changing, and therefore something is ending. But whenever this happens, something else is born anew in its place, right? Something else is born anew in its place. And so I think that that's part of what this is too, this energy of the overall, is that, getting a different perspective on this. Okay. Yeah, like say for instance, and this is a personal example, okay? So say for instance, there's the end of like a marriage. Instead of focusing like, oh yes, the marriage is over, a way in which that there was some fairness in this and another perspective that was able to be adopted is the relationship has shifted. The nature of the relationship has changed, right? The nature of the relationship has changed. The river is flowing in a particular direction. Nobody could have anticipated the bend coming up, but that's where the river is flowing now. So this is surrendering to what is and accepting what is ending, what is transforming, and what is shifting here. And there will be some letting go of something. Otherwise you wouldn't be holding on to it so tightly. Okay? So let's go ahead and look at the bottom here and what is supporting you, what could give us clues to where you're headed and what have you. Okay? So what we have in the front two paws of the lion, we have the King of Wands and the Ace of Wands, which is awesome. Like, okay, fair enough. Let's go. Let's go. And this is strong Leo energy. right? Strong Leo energy, and we are at the very tail end of Leo season right now. So, and Sagittarius, you're a fire sign. You know that. So there's some sort of new inspiration here, some sort of new opportunity that you're wanting to take and that you're wanting to move forward with. And not only that, taking a leadership role. So it's like you're taking your sense of leadership role here, okay? And you're coming right back around to the ace. To the ace. So it's like you can be starting over in a certain direction. You could even be enhancing your already developed identity around this particular thing because you are a leader here, okay? But yet again, it's like there is, when you start over, you can still have all the skills that you've amassed so far. And then when you start over, you're in beginner energy of this new thing, right? Right? So it's like these skills and these qualities don't just vapidly disappear because you're starting over with a new inspiration, okay? You get to take this energy into whatever it is that you're wanting to focus on. And I get the sense that whatever this is, it's definitely related. It's definitely related. There's something to this here. Like, for instance, let's say, something is ending here with a particular position. Let's say you were an accountant for a small business, and this is ending here. You're no longer going to be an accountant for the small business, but now you're going to go study and become a CPA, right? Something like that. I feel like there is, like, you were at the top of your game as far as you've come with whatever this is, but now that it's kind of come around full circle, you're starting again. You could be amassing a brand new thing, but it's like you're using what you got to do the brand new thing. And so then that puts you back in beginner energy. So even though you have this already supporting you, you're still open to starting this identity, this new identity formation again, right? Okay. So what do we have in the rear, rear kind of hindquarters here? We have the Six of Cups and we have the Three of Swords. So I get the sense that whatever has shifted here really had something to do with a soul bond, a soul connection. There was some sort of something that you have so much history with. There's so many wonderful memories. This is really even can mark like how you have developed as well. In whatever, there was so much growth in whatever this was, and now it's reached its end, and there is heartache about that, but there's also sweetness. So this is a bittersweet energy. This is a very bittersweet energy. I feel like that with this is kind of signifying some growing pains around this situation, whatever it was and is for you, Yeah. There's growing pains around this because something is ending while something is beginning. There's sweetness around this, fond memories. But, whenever we grow, that's what happens, Yeah. Okay. Let me look at this and see what I would like to clarify for you. Let's go ahead and do the Justice, okay? Because I feel like, and I smell something burning. I wonder if it's the little rice in my incense bowl. Okay, let me pull these 3 cards, because I don't want to get up from the reading, and I doubt anything is actually on fire. Okay, so we're going to do the Justice, because I think that if we pull 3 cards on the Justice, that can give us insight into how this situation, this conversation that you're going to have, this can be like advice on like, what is that going to look like? What are some energies that you can consider? Okay. Oh, come on, cards. These cards are kind of wigging me out a little bit. There we go. Okay. Justice. Or maybe it just smells like something's burning because there's been fires in the area too. Might not even have anything to do with something in my house. Justice. What are the energies that could help? What are the supporting energies to bring fairness and balance to this situation? This conversation, whatever this is. Okay. Wow, 4 of Pentacles again. What? Bottom of the deck energy, Knight of Cups. So this could be an apology. Okay, this could be an apology. So what we have clarifying the Justice, we have the 5 of Cups, the 4 of Pentacles, and the Knight of Wands. Okay. So either you or another person, it has a lot of, and I'm inclined to say that it's you because we have the 4 of Pentacles here twice. So there's a part of you that is like, it's interesting. It's like you're holding back, but yet there's so much drive to move forward. I wonder, that's really interesting. Perhaps this 5 of Cups here is like grieving. There's grief. There's grief here. There's grief here. Between holding on and holding tight, but yet moving forward with, reckless abandon, just following that fire energy, following that new thing, that brand new inspiration. I'm thinking that what is fair in the situation, what can be supportive to bring fairness and balance, to bring justice to the situation, is that you're able to fully communicate and from the heart space, how this is impacting and acknowledging, even if you're not the one who's grieving here, but acknowledging the grief and the sadness and the loss and the ending. Okay? Acknowledging all that, while also acknowledging, your future goals and desires and what it is that is hard for you to let go here. With justice, there's full-throated communication and acknowledgement. Things are shown, the truth is had, nothing is left under the covers. Like, this is like, here it is. Here, full disclosure, right? It's like I feel sad about something and I also feel passionate about something at the same time. There's duality with these things. Yeah, and this is also very hard to let go, whatever it is. This could very well be, given that the Queen of Swords is here and the Justice is here and there's Pentacles, 4 of Pentacles wanting to hold on, And with the death, you could be hanging there, hangman, waiting for a decision around a court matter, around a legal matter. This very well could even be like a separation, a divorce, you know, who's going to be getting what, blah, 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 all that stuff. So that very well could be a part of this too, right? Because there is a soul connection that's ending. This is sad. This is very, very sad, right? Coming to an end, being transformed. And as I was having my reading, I brought up my example of getting a divorce, of having that ending of that kind of relationship, and then having it like accepting and looking at it in a different way. Now the relationship is going to be like this. You know, maybe you guys have children together, and this is the shared resources. Or maybe you don't have children together, but you have a bunch of stocks, or you just have a bunch of shit that you need to divvy up, you know, and so then there's negotiations around that. But ultimately, you know, this is over, and it's shifting and moving and transforming because there's some sort of brand new thing that you want to explore. You want to start over. There's a part of your identity that you want to find and that you want to learn about. You know, this is passion, but it's also identity formation. Wands have to do with action and identity. How we are formed. How is our identity formed through the actions that we take? Okay. Okay, Sagittarius, that is what I have for you for the tarot portion. So I'll go ahead and I'll pull you a surrender card, all right? Thank you so much for liking the video, for commenting. Let me know how this resonated for you, okay? Did it make sense? What was, you know, how did you find it helpful? Do all the YouTube-y things. That's always fun. Ooh, and you can even press the notification bell, and then you know when when another little video will be uploaded. Surrender to your soul's path. What were we just saying? Surrender to your soul's path. Your life's journey has been perfectly designed for your soul's growth. Embrace every lesson and every moment. Okay, Sagittarius, so that is what I have for you. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you next time. Okay, bye-bye.